Hi quilting friends, it is your quilting friend Emily from Quilting Your Legacy, and today I am going to talk to you all about something exciting and something truly special. So this summer we are going to quilt together step by step, both in person and right online in a really fun and creative online classroom. I've got all of the details for you right in this video, so whether you are close by in New Hampshire or watching across the country, there is a seat for you right at the sewing table. So most importantly, why we should be sewing together? Well, again, my name is Emily, and when you're sewing with me, you are not just making a quilt. You are gaining confidence, community, and a story that is stitched through every single seam. These summer classes are built on joy, progress, and connection. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to show up. Let's stitch something that you're actually going to finish and love. So, in-person classes versus online classes. Let's start with in-person classes at New England Fabrics, which is located in Keene, New Hampshire. They are perfect for the quilters who want hands-on support and real-time guidance with fabric shopping before, during our lunch break, and even afterwards. And when you mention that you are sewing with me, Emily, you are going to get 10% off your quilting supplies. All of the in-person classes are $40 each, and you are going to get not only the pattern, but also the Quilting Your Legacy Sewing Guide, which literally walks you through exactly what to do each step at a time. And it also has these really cool check marks so that if we're not able to complete the entire quilt during class, you don't have to worry about a thing because you are going to have the Quilting Your Legacy Workbook Sewing Guide, which is going to let you know where you left off, in addition to how many different fabrics you need to do to cut out your pattern. The sewing guide makes our lives a heck of a lot easier, and I cannot wait to share that with you. You are also, of course, going to get step-by-step guidance in class. We are going to cut out all of your fabric pieces together, step by step, then we will then begin to sew. Also, as I mentioned, you are going to get 10% off all of your quilting supplies for the quilting class. Just make sure that you mention that you are sewing with Emily. And as a super fun bonus, when you sign up, bring a friend or purchase 2 tickets for yourself, because that second ticket is going to be 50% off. When you sign up on the website, nortonhousequilting.com, make sure that you use the code FRIEND50 so that your second ticket is 50% off. And of course, you'll type that right into the little coupon code on the website. Before you check out, if you don't see that little coupon code spot, go ahead and message me. We will make sure that we get you right on track. So let's talk about May 1st. So in May, we have, for the in-person classes, we have Sanguine, which is breezy block-based beginner friendly. We also have Hypnotic on May 13th. Now this is going to be a swirly, modern, and stash friendly project. We also have Yorkshire. Now, Yorkshire, you've heard me talk about a few weeks ago. This we literally made in class. The entire quilt top that you see, we made it. All you need is 5 different coordinating fabrics cut at a 1/2 yard, and let's sew. Oh, and I forgot to mention, when you choose which quilt or as many quilts as you would like to sew together, if you feel a little bit stuck as to what fabrics to choose, please message me. I'll let you know what days I'm working at New England Fabrics, and let's have some fun auditioning fabrics, zooming all around the shop so that you have the quilt fabrics that you love and you cannot wait to share with other people. Again, that is my favorite part about quilting, is the different colors. So if that is something that you struggle with, bring in some fabrics from your fabric stash or come in and let's just pick out your fabrics with you. Okay, so just to recap, Sanguine, which is going to be on May 7th. Hypnotize is on May 13th. Yorkshire, the quilt that we were just talking about, that is going to be on May 14th. Again, you can choose 5 different fabrics, 1/2 yard each. Then we are going to do Liberty. Now, with Liberty, I literally just finished it, so check out in the show notes so that you can see my Instagram page. Liberty was so much fun to create. It is definitely a little bit more beginner confidence type quilt, because as we're making those 1/2 square triangles, we're doing the flip stitch, and mine definitely got a little bit wonky. I might have been rushing the process, I'm not exactly sure, or sewing a little bit too late, but for Liberty, we're gonna be doing this quilt a few different times, so just keep a mental note that this is more of a beginner confident quilt. Now with Liberty, we are going to be sewing this on May 28th. It is a patriotic, so using the red, white, and blue fabrics is absolutely ideal. I also have quilt kits of Liberty in the exact fabrics that I chose to use to make the quilt, and those are at New England Fabric. So if anything, just call. Even if you just want the quilt kit, just call. I will ship that right out to you. Just the quilt kit with the fabrics. So in June, we are going to be sewing Silver Star June 4th. Yeah, talk about a bold, bright quilt, perfect for the bed or even perfect for the couch, which is like the quilt right behind me. Then on June 10th, we are going to be sewing Liberty again. We are going to be sewing Mayflowers, which is the quilt right behind me, on June 11th, petals by petals for fun spring inspiration. Then we are going to be sewing Heat Wave, which is on June 25th. This is like a flame-like movement or even a sunset, bright and vibrant, and I love how they use in the pattern, how they use solid fabrics, and I am absolutely going to do the exact same. Then in July, we've got Liberty back on July 2nd. Then we have Christmas in July, everybody. So Christmas in July is something that we have done at Norton House Quilting for a bazillion years. Yes, dare I say a bazillion years. The joy of growing up in a quilt shop started by my grandma, I feel like a bazillion years is the word of choice. So with Christmas in July, this is our time that we typically make Christmas presents, not only for ourselves, because that's super important, but also for our favorite people. So that is why we are making May Gifted on July 11th. Then we are making Baking Day. Look at these cozy gingerbread people. And then we've got Chili, which is a reindeer, but how fun in that center spot where the nose is. What if you made that red in honor of Rudolph? That could be super fun for the little people. Then in August, we have Quilter's Palette. Absolutely gorgeous for a quilt panel that you're just not quite sure what to do with. Then on August 12th, I am leaving that up to you. What would you like to sew? There is a little bit of a fill in the blank option there. Then we have Grand Prize, which is using these really fun big blocks. Then we have Farmhouse, which is using charm square packs. And with Farmhouse, that's on August 27th. This is a calming country type quilt, but you could literally use any charm packs that you have in your fabric stash and make this quilt with it. Now, for people who are like, oh my gosh, Emily, I cannot meet with you in person, not a problem. Here are the next 4 online class quilts that we are going to be making together, and you can be anywhere in the world. So with the ticket price, it is $27 to join. You are going to have a seat in our online classroom where you can absolutely watch the replay. You are also, with that $27 price, you are not only going to get your classroom ticket, but you're also going to get the pattern and the Quilting Your Legacy Sewing Guide attached to it. And again, you're going to have real-time support and community and quilt projects that are actually fun, doable, a cozy corner to sew in. And of course, we're going to make a quilt together step by step so that there is no guesswork. With the online classes, we are going to be sewing Mayday on May 18th, which is a petal inspired, and it's the quilt right behind me. We are also going to be sewing Heat Wave together on June 8th, which is that bold and bright sunset quilt. Then we're going to be doing Baking Day. I love how stinking cute these little ginger people are. And then we're going to be doing Farmhouse on August 17th. And again, with Farmhouse, all you're doing is choosing one charms pack, then one go with fabric, bada bing, bada boom, you've got a quilt. Also, with all of these different choices, if you're like, Emily, I am so overwhelmed with the fabric choices, not a problem. Of course, I will let you know when I'm at New England Fabrics so that we can go around the shop and find the best fabric for you. Or you know, we could probably set up a time and maybe just call it like an open house, and everybody just jumps on and we all go through our fabric slashes to pull out the ideal fabric. I don't know about you, but I love fabric so much that if you want to show me some of your fabric choices for any of these quilt kits, I would be more than happy to help pull out the perfect fabric so that you don't have any excuses as to why we can't sew together. Because here's the deal, and here is the honesty. These classes, in person and online, are in a trial run. We're testing this out. If quilters want this kind of connection and community, and if the seats stay empty or the classroom is quiet, they might not come back after summer. Because here's the deal. If you've been thinking about someday I would like to, well, today is your day to get those quilt stitches. So if you've been thinking, I'd like to join someday, let this be your stitch today moment. Let's create a quilt together step by step so that there is no confusion and tons of fun and laughter along the way. With tons of fun and laughter right along the way. Okay, so how do you sign up? Well, go ahead and sign up at nortonhousequilting.com/pages/classes. All of those classes that I just mentioned in this video are all right there, month by month. And after you choose one or more or a bazillion of the quilt classes, make sure that you let your friends know so that they also join. And again, when you buy that one ticket, you can automatically get that second ticket 50% off using that coupon code FRIEND50. And there is no judgment. If you want to use that ticket for yourself, let a friend know, but use those 2 tickets for yourself with that 50% coupon code, no problem at all. So whether we are going to sew across the screen or right in person, I would be honored to sew with you this summer. Let's make this summer the best quilting year yet, because the world needs some creativity, kindness, and your quilt for not only yourself and your couch, but also to gift to your favorite people so that your legacy lives on. I am Emily from Quilting Your Legacy, and I cannot wait to sew with you soon. Check out the show notes for all of the details, and happy quilting your legacy. Sew with you soon.